My name is Malenia, Blade of Mikela, and I have never known defeat. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I was raging and was at my wits' end. I was playing a video game called Elden Ring, and I kept dying to the same boss, Malenia, for 92 times. Yes, you heard me right, 92 times. This game was the result of a collaboration between Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin, the renowned author of A Song of Ice and Fire, the series that inspired Game of Thrones. Now, I wanted to find out why Hidetaka Miyazaki created such a difficult game, and I put this life story up. It left me shaking with inspiration. Hidetaka Miyazaki's life was tough. He used to get up, go to work, then go back home. His life was monotonous. He had no problem with this, as he had no big dreams or ambitions. However, all this changed because of the video game. In just 10 short years, he went from a traditional office job to becoming the president of a video games company. How did he do that? Hidetaka Miyazaki grew up in Shizuoka, Japan, where he loved reading books. From an early age, he devoured books and spent most of his time in libraries. Despite his enthusiasm, reading was not his strength, as many of the books had complicated words and he had rarely time to consult a dictionary. Often, he read entire paragraphs without fully understanding them. However, Miyazaki liked the challenge of reading, and he used to make his own stories to fill it up. His favorite genre was Western European literature, especially tales of knights fighting monsters. Despite his passion for reading, it was just a hobby for him. He wanted to take a path of least resistance. So he pursued social science at Keio University and landed a vanilla job at Oracle. He had gone to remain there for years, doing a job he had no passion for. However, his comfortable life changed one day forever. He caught up with a friend from her who suggested he play a game called Ico. Ico was a story-driven game where you had to solve puzzles and defeat a shadowy enemy. Miyazaki loved it. For the first time in his life, he wanted to create something beautiful. Unable to shake his newfound passion, he quit his job. Now, finding a job was a little tricky because he had no prior experience in game design and his previous experience proved to be irrelevant. Eventually, From Software, a video game company, hired him for entry-level role. Though detected, he promised to work very hard. When the project Demon Souls was facing cancellation due to lack of creativity, Miyazaki pleaded to be placed in charge of it. He used his arcane knowledge to fill the game with cryptic puzzles and hard enemies, aiming to create a game which was challenging. However, the game debuted at Tokyo Game Show to dismal reception, selling only 20,000 copies. Miyazaki was devastated. He had poured his heart and soul into it, and it had failed. However, after a while, the review shifted and 100k units of the game was sold. earning him a chance to create a follow-up game. Miyazaki went all out, drawing inspiration from the Gothic stories he loved as a child and trips to Europe. He created a game where players faced immense challenges and had to work really hard to beat them. This was the beginning of a genre called Souls-like games. He was a trendsetter. When Dark Souls launched, it surpassed its predecessor entire lifetime sales in a week, leading to Miyazaki's promotion to company president. Now, he has several critically acclaimed games under his belt, like the Soul series, Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. His titles have won many Game of the Year awards. Currently, Sony is trying to purchase them for $4 billion. Dear Ghostmasters and guests, there's a moral to this story. Sometimes we have to grind. We have to chip away at our challenges one day at a time until we begin to see our desired results. It might take months or even years, but if we keep at it, we are going to see our desired results. Just like Miyazaki, our first attempt might not be the successful, runaway success which we might hope for. But it is in these moments of perceived failure we have to ask ourselves, do we give up or do we keep trying? Remember, Rome was not built in a day. Thank you, and back to the day.